Boston Red Sox have won another game. That makes it 5 in a row, if I remember correctly, based on the last couple of games. Yep, I am right. That is 5 in a row. And the Red Sox are over 500 now at 28 and 27. And they have now made a bigger gap from them to the Angels. And they have a 1-game lead over Cleveland for the third wild card spot, 1.5 over the Angels and White Sox, and 2 over Texas. Big win for the Red Sox, a 1-0 victory, complete game for Michael Wacha. We'll get into all this and more right here on Red Sox Recap on Bleacher Brawls. My name is Derrik, and let's get into it. Obviously, a very, very good start for Michael Wacha, going the complete 9 innings, a complete game shutout, only giving up 3 hits and only walking 1 guy, struck out 6. He went the distance. Complete game shutout. His second career complete game. And holy smokes, was it a good outing. And like the Red Sox offense, they only scored one run. Would you like to see them score more than 1? Obviously. But when your pitcher literally doesn't give up a run, all you need to do is score 1. And I think that's so important to realize looking at tonight's game. Yes, the offense didn't necessarily do as well as you would have liked it to tonight. But in this recent stretch, most of the time, it's been you score more than 4 and you win. You score less and you lose. This time, they only scored 1, the least amount possible to win with, and they won. And I think that's so huge, so important, because it's showing now this team isn't just going to win based on how many runs they score. Obviously, that's not really a thing. It's just how the scores have panned out over games. But the Red Sox are now the only team with 3 complete game shutouts. Sorry, not 3 complete game shutouts, 3 complete games. Sorry. No other team has more than 1 complete game. The Red Sox have 3 complete games. I'm pretty sure 2 of them are shutouts. Pavetta's, I'm pretty sure, was a shutout, if I remember correctly. Obviously, tonight for Michael Wacha. Evaldi went the complete game in the start against the Orioles when he gave up 3 runs and the Red Sox won. He still went the full 9, even though he gave up 3 runs, because his pitch count was nice and low. A big game from the Red Sox. Super important to get a win to start the series against the Angels, who have lost 11 in a row. You gotta now 12 in a row. Obviously, you gotta think this Angels team can't lose. How many games can they lose in a row? How is it possible? How many games? What can this streak get to? So that's what you gotta be a little cautious with. Is yes, they're on a freezing cold streak, but it's like, okay, they're not gonna lose every game for the rest of the season. It's like they gotta win one at some point. So you're just hoping that they don't turn it around and get going against you. It's gonna be a rough road for the Angels. They have the Mets and Dodgers after this, so it doesn't get any easier for them. So as I was saying, it doesn't get any easier for them, as I just had a little coughing fit. It doesn't get any easier for the Angels. The Red Sox pitching staff has been amazing. Over the last 6 games for the Red Sox, the starting pitchers have a 0.23 ERA, 39 2/3 innings pitched, only 1 earned run allowed. That's elite. That's like you basically can't get better than that. The only thing that's better than that is not giving up an earned run. So the starting pitching has been on it, and this series against the Angels is going to be huge. They win this series, they're clear and ahead in a spot for the wild card spot. If they win 3 out of 4 games this series, at the very worst they'll be tied, I think, for the wild card. At the very least, they'll be tied. So that's huge to win this series. A sweep would make it amazing. I mean, the Angels don't look like they're in the mood for winning a game anytime soon. So hopefully they don't. That would be amazing if the Red Sox sweep them and then head up to Seattle on some real steam. And it looks like this kind of Red Sox hot streak just really took a week off and then kind of came right back. They've won 5 in a row. They have, I think I said it in the last game recap, had a little bit of a tumble, 7-game stretch where they weren't great, but I think they were 19-7 coming into tonight in their last however many games, and now they win tonight, which would make it 20-7 if that's correct. So it's a big important win for the Red Sox. Keep on going in the right track. They're on the right direction, and I think the expectations for this team now, obviously, like a month ago, it was, can this team even really make a push for the playoffs? We don't know. They look bad. Now it's, oh yeah, the playoffs are a definite possibility. And if you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. I think that's the big thing with the playoffs now is 6 teams get in from each league. All you got to do realistically, only 2 of the division winners are going to get automatic spots in the division round. So at this point, it's just get into the playoffs. If you get, you know, a 1 or 2 seed and you win your division, great. But if not, even if you're a wild card, you know, you can still, you know, you're still not in a bad spot necessarily, because this Red Sox pitching staff, the pitching that they're doing, like Wacha has been amazing. Pivetta recently has been amazing. And then you kind of have your choice of Evaldi, Sale, Whitlock, Houck, Paxton, if he's healthy and pitching well. I'm probably not Rich Hill, but there's options, and maybe they could even trade for a starter. I doubt it, but you never know what Heimblum could pull out of his bag. There could be some relievers on the market. No crazy names, but also relievers that will help out this bullpen as we get deeper into the season. The Red Sox have been good. Obviously tonight offensively, I think we can all understand, wasn't the greatest night. Syndergaard did look good. The Red Sox did kind of leave him they left him. I don't know what the right saying. I want to say like on the hook or off the hook. I don't know what the exact wording is. I think you guys know what I'm getting at, though. They had more than enough chances to score more than one run, and they didn't. They left 7 guys on base, 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. But at the end of the day, they still won. So even though you don't like seeing that, it really didn't matter. So thankfully, it didn't matter, because if the Angels would have scored at all, it would have came back to bite them in the butt. And then you look at the Angels side of things. Syndergaard was good. Obviously, he gave up that 1 run in the second. But besides that, the whole Angels pitching staff was good. Even the bullpen, Herget out the bullpen, and then what's his name? Watts. And then in the 9th inning, top of the 9th, yeah, they didn't really give up much, especially after that second inning. So Angels pitching was good. They only gave it 1 run. That's good. And the offense of the Angels, it really wasn't there. They didn't have anything sustained. Only 4 guys reached base. Duffy had a hit. Ohtani had a hit. Trout had a hit and a walk. That's, you know, your top 3 guys in the lineup. 4 through 9 literally did nothing. Literally did nothing. Obviously, Duffy had that double against Michael Wacha, and Ohtani and Trout both had singles. And obviously, Trout had a walk. But there wasn't anything crazy going on with the Angels offense, with either offense tonight. Let's be honest. Neither offense really. I don't know if I would say neither offense showed up, but I would say that the pitching dominated both pitching sides of the pitching dominated both offenses. The Angels pitching dominated the Red Sox offense. The Red Sox pitching dominated, and Michael Wacha dominated the Angels offense. So overall, it was a pitching duel, and this wasn't a game from the last 5 years that you expect to see. This is a game I expect to see in like the 90s or 80s or 70s or the 60s or something, where it's just pitching dominates and pitching, comes out and gets a lot of outs and all that stuff. You wouldn't expect to see that now, but who knows? Maybe the balls have an effect, maybe not. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm not going to get into it. But all in all, a big win for the Red Sox. Big win for the Red Sox. And you look at the standings, obviously I tend to more look right now at the wild card, but you look at the division, the Rays have lost 2 in a row. They're only 5-5 in their last 10. And they're 31-23. Red Sox 28-27. Red Sox are only 3.5 games behind the Rays. The Red Sox have a pretty easy schedule coming up. We got the rest of the Angels series, and the Angels has been stated a gazillion times. They're on a 12-game losing streak now. Then they play Seattle, and Seattle 7-3 in their last 10, but Seattle hasn't been great this year. They're 5 games under 500, and the Red Sox have already swept them once this year, and that was a 4-game sweep, even though it was at Fenway. And then they get Oakland again, and Oakland's they're 16 games under 500. They're on a 6-game losing streak. They've only won 1 of their last 10. So it's the Red Sox won't have a nice schedule until after that Oakland series. Then it starts to get a little bit more rough after that Oakland series, where they play St. Louis, but then they get Detroit, and Detroit has struggled. Then you get Cleveland, which that'll be a nice matchup to see the Red Sox can compete with Cleveland, because Cleveland's the only game behind them right now. And then you get into Toronto, then a series of series of the Cubs, then you get Tampa, the Yankees, then you're at the All-Star break, then you get Toronto, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Houston, and then Houston right into the trade deadline. So the Red Sox schedule really picks up heading in July, really picks up. And there's a lot of divisional games as well. So if the Red Sox need to pull as many wins out right now as they can before they get to these divisional games, because you're not going to go, 100. You're not going to win every game against your division. You're just not going to do it. It's not feasible. No team's ever going to win every game against a division opponent. Even the Rays lost one game to Baltimore last year. So it's the Red Sox are going to lose a couple games in that against the division. So you want to get as close as possible to make the room to catch up on them less, or hopefully make it so you can pull further ahead of them if you do pass your guys in the division, like Tampa, like Toronto. That's the big thing. And the Red Sox, if they could pass Tampa, which seems not terribly out of this world right now, that'd be huge. And if they could even somehow pass Toronto, that'd be even better. And it also gives you a little bit of cushion if you go on a little bit of a slow streak, like a week, like a week or two, you play 500 ball. It gives you a little bit more cushion if you're ahead of teams instead of being in that last wildcard spot. But all in all, the Red Sox, they're trending up. They're very trending up right now. And it's super important that they get this win tonight. They didn't use any of the bullpen. And tomorrow, the whole bullpen should be available for whatever they need. But also, too, tomorrow, Whitlock on the mound. So I don't think Whitlock's going 9 innings, let's be honest. But then after that, you got Eovaldi and Pivetta. So the Red Sox starters can, if they can just continue to pitch well like they have been, and then when you have to go to the bullpen can hold it now. It's going to be hard to score runs against this Red Sox team, which is a surprising statement considering the fact that everyone was, I don't know if their starting pitching can hold up. What's Wacha and Hill going to do? And can Pivetta take that big of a jump that they're expecting? And, how could Whitlock in the rotation? What are they going to do? And then you look at the bullpen. The bullpen's not great. Yes, the bullpen hasn't been great, but there seems like they're somewhat figuring it out how they want to use the bullpen, which is not, at least that's progress. And the rotation's been elite as of recently. So the Red Sox have been trending in the right direction. The offense wasn't there tonight, but it's been there recently. And that's super, super important for them to have that going for them. That's going to wrap it up for me. I don't have any other thoughts on this game, at least not that I can think of right now, as it's almost 1 a.m. as I'm recording this. Make sure to check out all the links in the description, the Instagram, Twitter, podcast, the website, all the crew's Twitters down there as well. Make sure to check out our Twitters to stay live for Twitter Spaces. We'll have a Twitter Space for the Wednesday game where it's Eovaldi versus Ohtani, the pitching matchup. We'll have a Twitter Space for that game, so make sure to check out that Twitter Space. I don't know where the Twitter Space, which account is coming from. I'll keep you guys posted on that. And then I think it'll be coming from Patrick's account, the boy who loved Joe Kelly. So you can just look in the description for Patrick's Twitter, and make sure to follow all of us as well. Make sure to check out all our other videos, prospect pipelines, Red Sox game recaps, and all the other videos we have done on the Red Sox and the MLB as a whole, different teams and whatever. And my name is Derek. This is Red Sox Recap on Bleacher Brawls. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.